Hello everyone, we have reached to Article 72, which is a very important one. The power of President to grant pardons, etc., and to suspend, remit, or commute sentences in certain cases. 72, Clause 1. The President shall have the power to grant pardons, reprieves, respites, or remissions of punishments, or to suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offence. Clause A. In all cases where the punishment or sentences is by a court martial. B. In all cases where the punishment or sentence is for an offence against any law relating to a matter to which the executive power of the Union extends. C. In all cases where the sentence is a sentence of death. Clause 2. Nothing in the subclause A of Clause 1 shall affect the power conferred by law on any officer of the armed forces of the Union to suspend, remit, or commute a sentence passed by a court martial. Nothing in the subclause C of clause 1 shall affect the power to suspend, remit, or commute a sentence of death exercisable by the governor of a state under any law for the time being in force. And about this Article 72, object of this Article 72 is the reason why the executive is given the power to grant pardon is explained in an American case, ex parte Grossman, 1925 case, as the administration of justice by the courts is not necessarily always be absolutely right. So, to provide a remedy, it was thought to vest in some other authority than the court's power to ameliorate or avoid criminal injustice. So, that's why there is president's pardon power. The president has power to grant pardon, reprieve, respite, or remission of punishment, or to suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of the offender. Clause 1. Pardon means complete exoneration. The person is completely absolved from the punishment and also from the penal consequences and disqualifications which disentitles him for any post, election, etc. Second, reprieve means temporary suspension of death sentence. Third, respite means forwarding lesser punishment on some special grounds like pregnancy of a woman. Similar provisions are given in section 416 in CRPC. Clause 4. Commutation means exchange of one form of punishment for another. For example, rigorous punishment is committed to simple imprisonment. Fifth, remission means reduction of amount of sentence without changing its character, like 10 years. Rigorous imprisonment is converted to 5 years for rigorous imprisonment. A president's pardoning power to be exercised on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. In practice, for Council of Ministers, it is the Home Ministry which takes a decision on this point. Here, President does not sit in appeal over the Supreme Court, rather he acts as an executive authority and not as a judicial authority. In Maru Ram versus Union of India, AAR 1980, the Constitutional Bench of the Supreme Court held that the power under Article 72 is to be exercised on the advice of the central government and not by the President on his own at his discretion, and that advice of the government is binding on him. Power under Article 72 is subjected to judicial review. In Satpal versus State of Haryana 2000, the Supreme Court said that power exercised by the President under Article 72 and the Governor under Article 161 respectively is subject to judicial review on the ground that the order has been passed without application of mind, it is malified, it has been passed on extraneous or relevant ground, the relevant materials have not been found brought before the authority. Fifth, the order suffers from arbitrariness. In case of death sentence, only president has power to pardon it. Governor cannot pardon death sentence. Even in case of a sentence by court martial, only president can exercise these powers. Expeditious disposal of mercy petitions. In Sher Singh versus State of Punjab, AIR 1983, the Supreme Court observed that mercy petitions filed under Article 72 and 161 should be disposed of within a period of 3 months from the date when it is received, as unwanted delay tends to shake the confidence in the system of justice. In Kher Singh versus Union of India, AIR 1989, the Supreme Court held that the grant of pardon by the President is an act of grace and therefore cannot be claimed as a matter of right. Third, in Shatrughan Chauhan versus Union of India 2014, the three judges bench of the Supreme Court held that delay in deciding mercy petition is a sufficient ground for commutation of death sentence to life imprisonment. So, this was all about Article 72. We will read about Article 73 in the next video.